is on and we are good. Let's push a button. And good morning everybody. It is Monday, it is Memorial Day, and on Saturday I completely forgot that normally I stream on holidays. And this is a holiday and everybody else in the house is probably going to sleep till lunchtime, so gives us a chance to get out there and do some more farming. As you can see, it's raining. It's probably about halfway through the rainstorm, so harvesting is on a pause at the moment, and I am taking the mulching roller out to our first barley field where we can just set it and wait for the rain to stop. So here we go. Should I actually put it on the field just a bit? Alrighty, and that then should mean number of headlands 2. Do the headlands first. Now let's start work on the centre. Yeah, let's start work on that. Doesn't matter. Generate. Alrighty. And that's going to end up on the other side of the field. Well, it is what it is. Close that off a little bit. Keep doing that. Okay, close that off a little bit. And we will leave that tractor there. Go for a wander. So on the left here we have our maize field. Quick check of the maize. We are at perfect pH, perfect nitrogen, and growth stage is 4 of 6 growing, so we can't forage it yet. I think it gets 5 of 6, we can start thinking about foraging it. This field still has a little bit of hay left in it, so once the rain stops I will run around and collect what little bits of straw are left on the field. Got a couple of vehicles over here. Oh yeah, we did parking in formation. So we've got the hay trailer. The hay trailer is covered in straw, and that should be okay. It's not going to rain for long. The baler's all sealed up, so that's good. And then we've got our new truck with maintenance thing. I think I might move that out. Again, we don't have rain pane, we don't have mud running, because we did have some issues with those last month sometime. So I'm not able to run either of those mods anymore, but most of the time we will consider the weather when we're doing stuff. Obviously the only enforced problem is you can't harvest when it's raining. Everything else is fine. Now it looks like I have, what do we have here? Oh, we have the grain cart, we have the harvester. So we'll park this here. You know what I'm going to do? I'll turn that off. Jump out. I am thinking that we could have a look at some of the fields around our farm. Things like 104, 105, 107, 87 are all very close. 99.95 are on the other side of this, so we have to go all the way round. I think the entrances are sort of over at this side of the fields. We've already got 75. I think farm expansion, these fields aren't very big, but actually let's go there and there. That one is super pricey. Says it's 343 value and I have 405. Okay, that one is even worse at plus 60, plus 60 and plus 60. So right this minute none of these fields are particularly good. Potentially that one, and then we start wandering further afield. So this one's just been harvested, plus 60. That one, oops, is also plus 30. We've got these fields over here. That's a reasonable price. That's plus 20, that's plus 60, that's plus 23. Oh, and that one there. So a lot of this land is really horrible values at the moment. Seems like all the ones we own are generally good value for money. I could look at fields on the other side of the road. That's 50, that's 66. So yeah, not a good time to be buying new land. That's a shame. Obviously I do want to expand the farm. This field would be a good field to expand into because it's covered in lime. We've got the two fields, where were we? We're all here. This field we just harvested, and then this field is covered in lime as well, so potentially we've got a load of things we can do in those fields before they need crops. We can't plant anything. We can't plant canola until next month. The other winter crops September, so we got 2 months before those come up. Don't know when the prices on fields change. I think right now we can probably do something about the weather. There we go. The rain has gone and the sun is out. It's about 4:30, so it rained for about an hour. And I think we should be able to jump to here. So technically with rain pane I should wait at least another 3.5 hours, because of course I should. We'll get this set up and moving. I didn't look at how I'd set up the field to go. Does, however, look like we're getting a complete mulch, which I don't know, maybe it's just corn that has the issue with, who knows. We'll let that one go. Next thing I want to do, I think I'm going to do a run around with this. We'll pick up what little bits of straw are left around the field, at least some of them. And then we can run this over to where the harvester is. And we'll give the crop a slightly more realistic chance to dry out before we go harvesting it. I mean, technically picking up wet straw also not a good plan. But a game day is a week of real time, so yeah, it's kind of, unless I was playing 28-day seasons, every hour that passes in game is 7 hours of real time, approximately. I'm not doing very well at this, am I? I mean, as per usual, I'm not really thinking I'm going to get another bale out of this field. I mean, really, with 11,000 litre bales, you're really not going to find much, or a very large percentage of that on a field. And we're mulching, so that destroys what we don't pick up. It's looking very nice. Missed that, never mind. So this morning I'm having my tea in Mrs. Osa's mug. Because Mrs. Osa, when she has tea, she has an oversized teacup. Because she doesn't drink a lot of tea. I think it's more a case of she doesn't like throwing away too much tea when she doesn't drink it all. Come on. But when I have a cup of tea, I have a mug of tea, because I'm sat here for a couple of hours, so I kind of want it to last at least half the stream before it gets too cold to drink. But we do have a sort of a his and hers large mug, and I'm the only one that uses mine. Mrs. Osa generally doesn't drink anything in hers, but Teenage Osa will empty the dishwasher and just put mine on the bottom of the stack. I don't know why. I've given up. Yeah, I'll use whichever mug's on the top. I'm not going to play her stupid games. So I guess we're done here with the cart too. So there we go. That's done too. Let's go get the cart. What are you doing? Oh, you're going round and round and round. I see. Okay, I'll grab this one. Still 12 minutes left mulching before we can move on there. I think the course play is real time. I'm pretty sure it's real time. But 20 till 5, okay. I think I'm probably going to end up doing all of the harvesting in this last field. It's not particularly big. And I'm not going to need to empty the harvester that frequently because oats is a lower yielding crop. So let's turn this on. We can, oh, this is not fun. We'll start unloading that. And start unfolding that. Reselect the harvester. So yeah, since I'm not going to be doing course play on this, I will just keep driving. There are trees on the far side, but that should be okay so long as I don't hit the hedge. We are in the field and go. And then that oat field next to us isn't going to be ready till next month at the earliest. What I could consider doing is rotating some of my fields. Some of my maize fields, and make that field to our left a maize fields instead of keeping it arable, at least this year. That way I could delay the harvest on that field until very late in the season. It's all going to go up to the grain mill to be turned into flour. I think next month I think is maize forage month, and our grass fields might be fully grown as well. So for the entirety of August we're going to have a lot of silage work happening. Let's have a look at the calendar, see what that actually says. Boop, boop. Crop calendar. So yeah, we can harvest oats up to September. So depending on what else is happening, we might skip that second field until September. Will give us enough time to plant some grass on the field. I'm missing some of this on the edge, but never mind. Yield on this field, I don't think we're expecting it to be particularly good. Let's jump out and check that. Let's get chopped up by the chopping device. Yeah, the pH is not brilliant. Well, it's okay. Actually, this field's not bad. This could be down to the dirt that we're harvesting out of at the moment. Still, it's all stuff. It's all income. I'm not sure how bad or how difficult it's going to be to ship this. I'm not sure the relative weight of oats versus barley. But if it is a less dense crop, we're going to be able to transport more in the trailer or the grain cart. And it's not going to lift up. But I'm kind of hoping we might not be as weight limited by oats as we are, or as we were with the barley, and we are to a greater extent with the wheat. I did do, when I was chopping up the stream to push 30-minute videos out to YouTube, I did check yesterday. That red cart has 1,500 litres more capacity than the Stroutman that we've currently got at the store. So volume wise it doesn't carry as much, however weight wise it can carry at least what we have with the barley. It can carry 1,500 more litres in weight. So the La Campagna trailer is the better cart for hauling if you're weight limited. If you're not weight limited, I think maize would probably good with the Stroutman. Another consideration is we could sell the Stroutman and get a pure forage trailer, which we might be able to get one with a greater capacity. Which would make foraging a lot easier. Especially the maize, and I think you can transport silage in it, so once the silage has fermented we can make fewer trips to the store. I mean, as it is, we're making more than 20 trips to the store to empty the silage bunkers, is kind of excessive, which is why, and that's another reason why I don't do a lot of silage sales when I'm on stream. It's just, it's way too much. Way too much time taken. As it is, when I'm doing it off camera, I will cheat a bit. I use easy development tools. I'll load up all of the stuff into the grain tank or the grain cart. And every time it's full, I delete I empty it using easy development tools. I then go and keep filling until I get the last partial cart of grain. Then I drive over, or silage, I then drive over to the store and fill the cart up as many times as I force emptied it, so I only have to drive once. It still takes a good hour to sell 1 million litres, and there's probably other methods which take less time. There's probably ability to empty the well, yeah, I mean, I could potentially empty the silage bunker, note down how much is in there, and then figure out what the money is and just add the money in. The problem is there is a little bit of a discrepancy when you do that. Number one, the silage bunkers are not reporting precise measurements of silage in the clamp. Sometimes they only report half the length of the clamp, so you know there's 500,000 litres here when there's actually over 1 million. So at least if I do empty it manually, if I do the emptying, then I am getting a precise measure of how much was possible to pull out of the clamp. And then if I empty the cart 18 times and then have 10,000 litres left over, I drove over to the store, I empty the 10,000 litres, and then I'll fill the cart 18 times and sell what's in it. That way I get a more precise amount. The system of the game is calculating how much money I make from the sale, and I also get the environmental score that should be there. I wonder how our environmental score is doing now. And also, I wonder how our Massey Ferguson is doing. 1 minute left to finish the mulching. I kind of think once I finish this headland, we'll bring the cart in and empty what's in the tank,